In this video, we are starting a new section, 16.0, all-evens. All right. So I have the file downloaded and opened up in Racket. So let's just look for the problem statement. So problem A, notice that the data design steps are done above. So we're dealing with list of numbers, and it's either an empty or cons number list of number. So this is self-reference, and here's the interpretation and a template. All right. Design the function all-evens question mark, which consumes a list of numbers and produces true if there are only even numbers in the list, all right? So they give us some examples here. So all evens of empty should produce true, right? Because, it seems like that's what they want us to do, right? Like so, all evens of cons 2 and 3 is false, right? Because this number is odd. But all evens of 4 and 6 is true because both of these numbers are even, all right? So if there's at least one odd number, then it's going to produce false. All right. Finish the uncompleted function design steps 1 through 5 above. So these steps here on the function all evens. All right. So pause the video and try to work through this on your own. Go over spoilers in 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm assuming that you guys took a good swing at it, so now let's go over it together. As always, signature. All evens question mark consumes a list of number and produces a boolean, all right? Produces true if there are no odd numbers in the given list, all right? So next comes the stub, so all-evens question mark, right? Consumes a list of numbers and produces a boolean. So this time we can use, we can use false as the dummy value. Doesn't really matter. All right, so let's write some examples to illustrate this more. So check expect all evens of the empty list, right? We saw that they gave us that it should produce true. It's weird, but that's what we got to do. All right, let's do another one. Check expect all evens of cons. Let's do one odd number, right? A list of 1. This should produce false, right? Because there's an odd number in this list. Let's do one that's passing all even. That's one long. Cons 2 empty, right? So this should produce true, right? Because there is only evens in this list, even though this 2 is the only number in this list. All right. Check expect, and then all evens, Let's just copy and paste these tests that they gave us, right? So cons 2 and 3, right? So 2 is even, but 3 is odd. So an odd number has tainted this list. So we should produce false. And I didn't write that in the right parentheses block. False. Are there one too many? Yeah, okay. All right, let's do another one. All evens. All right, this time with this example that they gave us, 4 and 6 are even, right? All right, so now let's run the stub against the examples here. We only get mismatches and differs. There are no problems with the examples themselves. Going to comment out the stub here, and I'm going to copy down the template that consumes the list of numbers and use that as a baseline. Rename this to all evens. Alrighty, so now really pause the video and try to work through this on your own. Hopefully this should be all the mental scaffolding needed for all evens. I'm over spoilers in 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm assuming that you guys took a good swing at it, so now let's go over it together. All right, so looking at the base case here, we see that the empty list should produce true, like so. Okay. All right, else, what do we do here? Well, we're going to look for, since we're consuming a list of numbers and then producing a boolean, right? This time, it's a little bit weird, right? We're going to look for things that produce a boolean instead, right? Because that's what it says in the signature here. And also, how we could find this out is that looking at this, we're consuming a list of numbers, right? And we've got to know if this number is odd or even. So you will look in the documentation and see if there's, things that consume numbers and tell you whether they're odd or even, right? You can use one of those. In this case, I'm going to use even question mark actually. So even question mark, right? So this will produce a Boolean, right? So what can we do with Booleans? Well, we can, put them in if statements, or we can combine them with or and, right? Or not, right? So I recommend you look at those in the documentation, right? So, and, right, here are things that consume and produce Booleans, and, or, and etc., right? So here's and. Evaluates true if all expressions are true, right? If any expression is false, the and expression evaluates to false. Okay. This kind of sounds like what we need actually, right? So if any of these are false, right, in this case, right, 2 and 3, right, then we're going to produce false. If they're both true, then we'll produce true, right? And that's kind of what we want. We kind of want, if there's any hint of an odd number in the list, we want to produce false. And that's what and will do us for this combinator, all right? All right. So again, right, what we found out is that we need to look at the output type and look at, things that, combinators that produce Booleans, or we could have found that out by saying, hey, we're consuming a list of numbers and we're, we need to tell if they're odd or even or not. So we got to wrap it into functions that produce Booleans. And oh, well, what do you know, right? We have to use Booleans somehow. And then we can, look at for a combinator for Booleans. All right. So, and if the number is even, right? So in this case, it's not even. In this case, it is even, right? What if there are more numbers though, right? Well, we want to call all evens question mark on the rest of this list, all right? So we want to chain ands together, right? So 2, and then in the next iteration of this recursive call, it's going to call itself, and then we're going to call it, hey, is 3 even, right? It's false, and then we're going to say and false and true, because 2 is even, and then this 3, is this an even question mark? Right, it's going to produce false. And likewise, let me type that out really quick. Even question mark 2, right? This is essentially what we're doing, right? It produces false because this 3 is poisoning the batch, right? So if this is 4, right? Both of these numbers are even, 2 and 4, that's fine, like so. Anywho, let's run against all our tests and they all pass. And let's just, play around with this, right? So let's do 2, 4, and 6. Let's extend this list and make this, let's stick a 1 here, right? That 1 is odd. So the 1 has tainted this batch. So this should produce false. And so it does. All right, let's keep expanding this, right? I, want to see if, let's say 7, right? This should produce false because, a 7 is tainting this list. Like so, it's all the way at the end. What if we stick it like here and then stick the 2 here, right? Still produce false, right? All the tests still pass. What if this 7 is an 8, right? This should produce true now, right? And of course, you can always like play with it on the REPL here as well. Evens, cons, 4, cons, 2, cons, 99, empty, right? So that 99 will taint the batch, produces, all evens question mark, my bad. Like so. And you are free to use the stepper to see how this works at a mechanical level. Again, don't be too concerned with the mechanical level. And as always, you can use the table as well. Write things down in the table method and get a bird's eye view. Anyways, submit this into Handin and make sure that you score high on that and pass the server-side grader tests. Anywho, that is about it for this video, and I will catch you in the next one.